To mark International Romani Day and celebrate the publication of a special book, on April 14, 2025, in Riga, leaders of the Romani community, dance groups, and ensembles from several European countries gathered. In the presence of the president of the International Romani Union, Norman Rudevich, the event was opened in Riga's Dome Square with a colorful concert. As the procession wound its way through the cobbled streets of Old Riga, participants were led to the Daugava River. Flowers were offered to the river in memory of the Roma who perished in the atrocities of World War II. Although historical research has shown that around 8,000 Roma were killed by Nazi bullets in the territory of Latvia, Riga still has no memorial to commemorate those lost in the Samudarapan, the Romani genocide.
Yes, we know, for example, that the Jews began to speak publicly about the Holocaust after 20 years, the Armenians after around 100 years, and the Roma only started to speak about the Romani genocide after 70 years. Still, in 2014, the Romani Culture Center actively engaged in this work, inviting the renowned historian Uldis Lasmanis. We researched 45,000 archival documents and provided documentary evidence of the murder of 8,000 individuals right here in our small Latvia. That is a significant number, and therefore history must be known, so it is never repeated.
The issue is that in 10 years, this project has not progressed. I think the time has come to do everything to make this project a reality, because the Roma people are an integral part of the Latvian nation. We have lived together for many years, centuries, and that's why everything must be done so that the Roma people living in Latvia feel supported. And I am absolutely certain that the next City Council will do everything to support this initiative and help make it happen together.
I think this time we will definitely succeed.
Today we remember the Roma who perished during World War II.
In remembering the dead, we wish them peace, and that means you are in God's hands. You have come home from this life's journey into eternity. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
Мы танцевальный коллектив Шукар Рома.
We are the dance group Shukar Roma. We do dancing and singing and perform at various concerts. We travel to Lithuania, Latvia, Estonia.
А расскажи, что мы делаем?
And what do we do at rehearsals?
Репетируем.
We rehearse dances. I've been dancing for 4 years already.
We usually perform across countries, like Riga or Pernu.
We have rehearsals 2 to 3 times a week. They last for 2 or sometimes 3 hours.
After the solemn commemoration ceremony, it was time for the book launch.
The book is an opportunity to get to know Roma culture and Roma life stories much more deeply and closely. The more we learn about each other, the more we understand one another. That's why it's very important to communicate, to understand each other, to talk, and to build dialogue.
I'm truly delighted today that we managed to publish this wonderful book. This publication is probably very special because, for the first time in Latvian history, it compiles comprehensive information about the Romani people, which simply did not exist until now. And now everyone interested in the Roma people can find information directly in this book. There's a lot about the Ulmanis era, about Free Latvia, about the Romani genocide, Samudaripen, about World War II. Then came the Soviet era. You can read many interesting things here. And also the awakening period, when the Roma people were reborn for the first time, when they started creating their own literary language for the first time in Latvian and Romani history here in Latvia. And also about our goals and visions for the future. In short, this book is very interesting, and most importantly, every word has a reference, showing where it comes from. One could say it's almost an academic edition. It's a unique book. Read this book. Thank you.
A word from historian Agris Zenis. As it turns out, this documented history spans at least 300 years. I encourage you to acquire this book, read it, and get to know the Roma of Latvia better. Not just personally, but also to realize more deeply that the Roma have belonged to Latvian soil and Latvian culture for a very long time.
The book Roma in Latvia is a unique, almost academic publication that compiles facts about the origin of the Roma, their wanderings through Europe, and arrival in Latvian territory. Significant attention is given to the time before and during World War II, highlighting famous, heroic, and remarkable personalities. The book reveals how devastated the Roma gene pool has been, how families were torn apart, how the intelligentsia was destroyed, and how the entire Roma ethnicity was degraded, sowing the seeds of anti-Roma sentiment that would flourish in the decades to follow.
I think this is truly a wonderful event. And the life and journey of the Roma people has not been easy, and they still face many prejudices. But the Roma people are truly determined. They prove how capable they are of integrating into our society and genuinely enriching our culture with their vibrant lifestyle, dances, and songs. This is real proof of how we know how to include them in ourselves, and they include us in themselves. And I really hope that this year the International Roma Festival will take place again. It really is the flower of our culture, a way to show how the Roma people live, and also to know their history. I wish for everything to succeed, and for us to be able to celebrate the 10th Roma Festival this year.
The book also features contemporary personalities who proudly represent their Romani heritage, athletes, artists, and public figures. It is definitely worth becoming familiar with the Roma community's plans for the future. These plans were also discussed during the cabinet meeting of the International Romani Union, taking advantage of the gathering of the community in one place. With representatives from 6 countries present, the cabinet agreed to support the creation of a World Roma Cultural Center in Riga and to strengthen existing memorials throughout Europe. A particularly important decision was made to develop a concrete action plan for building Roma relations with their ancestral homeland, India. Roma in Latvia have been, are, and will be. Their voices are becoming louder, their steps more confident, and their cultural and philosophical contribution to today's chaotic world is becoming increasingly relevant.
My impressions are entirely positive. Both exhibitions were fantastic. The musical performances were, of course, high level. But what is the most important? The most important is that this fundamental, I won't shy away from the word, fundamental work with the book has been completed. And Mr. Rudevich deserves praise for seeing it through to the end. Bravo, thank you.
To know the history, it's very important. And most what I like that the book was written by the Roma themselves.
All the best to you, Normut. Great work, like always.
I'm very appreciate his job, what he has done. It's very difficult, to be very honest. I'm very happy that I'm in a part of this exhibition, and good luck to Mr. Norman.
What we did this morning near the river with the flower, with the celebrations, it was very emotional for all that to our president, Norman. Good Bachta Savoring. Thank you very much.